Hello everybody, JohnnyLobster here. I'm about to slow it down and do a little bit of editing. I do this most weeks. I like to play a little bit of Firewall with my friends, and I record about a 3-hour video, and I like to edit it down to maybe 45 minutes, depending what's in it. Sometimes an hour, so it'll go from 3 hours to about 45 minutes. So basically what I've done first is I've gone into my captured videos and I've renamed them, I've dated them, and I've renamed them because you can only save up to an hour each one. There's 6 parts to this because I like to sort of stop the video and restart it as the game is playing. So I don't, because it's been going off recently, I don't know why, and I've been missing a lot of footage, so I like to sort of stop it and restart it. So I've got 6 parts and they're all around about 30 to 40 minutes long. So what I've done, I've gone in there, I've named them part 1, part 2, and dated them part 1, part 2, and there's 6 parts altogether. So and I've also got some music to import as well, which I've got on a stick, which I'm about to do first, because let's get it from a USB. There we go. There's a way of putting your music on the USB. Oh, have I? Okay. I thought I put more than that on there, but I've got two different ones of that. So, right, I've got Michael Jackson Bad and Live and Let Die by Guns N' Roses. So the bad, I wasn't going to use all of the bad music, I was just going to use part of it as a bit of a joke. But so import images, let me see, from USB, load them up, errors on them, okay, that's fine. So if I select all these, I think I've already done them, but just in case, there's a couple of pictures I can use throughout the game, and other pictures then which I use for other games as well. So I like to play a bit of No Man's Sky. Oh, I won't put the R. Kelly one, that was a bit of a joke that I was going to do, but I didn't get around to doing it. Actually, I'll put them in anyway because I might use them later on. Import, okay, there we go. So they're off my USB stick. So I've done that now. So what I'm going to do now is start a new project. So I'm going to pick a theme. So let's have a look, which theme. I might just stick to the ones I bought recently. So if I go to an 80s, let's go to a 70s theme, click that. And you press R2, you can play them off. You know, it all depends how I feel on the day, what I'm going to use. I'll have that one, that's fun. I like that one. Okay, we'll just keep that one. So I press square now to start the project. I'm going to rename the project. I'll change it later anyway. So it's Firewall. I'll just put this in for now. Firewall Friday. I'll just leave it as that because I can change that later on. And it'll add all the intros now. If you look here, there is there what I just put in, JohnnyLobster, my little lobster thing. So what I'm going to do, and probably that's the start of it there. So as I play it, the share factory thing comes up. Wait a second. Yeah, so I'm gonna put the first footage right after there. So I want to get rid of that transition. That little orange triangle thing there at the bottom of the screen there is a transition. So if I go square, edit transition, delete that. I want to get rid of that because it's I'm going to add my new videos by there. So by adding, if you notice in the bottom left, there's a plus, so I can add stuff. The square is to actually if I push square, you can edit all the stuff that you put in. So I'm going to put the first lot of clips now, which, let's have a look, what is it? There we are, 11th of the 10th I want, so part 1 there. As like I told you, I've renamed them now, firewall, 11th the 10th, 19th. So this will be the first part. So I might even put these 2 parts in, because if you go over an hour, that one's 26 minutes, and that one's 37. So I think I might get away with that. I could be able to put these 2 parts in one. So if this part 1 was an hour long, it wouldn't allow me to put any more parts in. It'll too long. You've got to do a certain amount at a time. So I'll add that, and I'll see what happens when I add that. So I tick them. Now I got part 1 and part 2, and I'm going to add the clips. So there we are, no trouble there. So first of all, I'm going to just get to the beginning of, we were just yapping away in this part. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to skip to the first match. So by doing that now, I know it's about here. So by remembering that little bit of thing there, I can either snip it by pushing square and then split the clip, sorry, not snip. But you only get 50 splits, and I know I will probably use them all. So what I tend to do is trim. So you basically got to move this, the left stick now, and get it to where you wanted it to start. Right? So basically, hang on, wait a minute. I'll come out of that because at the beginning, nothing really happens. So what I'd like to do is basically get it to the first fight. So about here is where it's about to start. There we go, contact right there. So what I'm going to do is go back a few seconds. So I'm 2 minutes 16 seconds in. So where that guy starts to talk, that's where I'm going to start it. Right, so I go. So as I walk around that corner, right as I get to that corner, 2 minutes 10. So what I'm going to do now is press square. I'm going to trim that clip by pushing left stick now all the way to where, there we are, I added then, just about. And I'm moving the left stick. But what I can do then, you can use L2 and L1 to fine trim it back and forth. So when I get to that corner, what I see, oh, hang on, I've gone a bit too far. So as I get to about there, if I'm happy with it there, I press X where the tick is in the bottom left corner, and when I go back now, I'll finish these intros in a minute, but I'm going to do this first clip first so I know it starts off well. Right, I'm just going to go back slightly. So if I go to trim clip, now I can take back some of the footage by pushing, I think it's L1. Yeah, if I go back, I'm holding down L1 and it's fine trimming it backwards there to there. So when I start it again now, I prefer that to me is good. That to me is good. There. So that means now I'm happy with the first part. I'm now going to do the beginning. So at the moment I've got at the beginning, I've got this. Then it fades into that. Then it fades into that. But I want to change the FWF, and I want to make things a bit different here. So what I do now, I'm going to press square to edit and go to edit overlays. There we are, I've got 3 edit overlays, 3 stickers on there. Right. So first thing I do, I'll get rid of that lobster, delete. So what I did there is I picked the one I want to get rid of. Let's do the first one. I will do the top one first. So if I click on that with the square, I'm going to edit the text. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to change that to actually I don't even like that. I don't even like that text actually. So what I'll do, I'm gonna make sure that I want it to come on at a certain time. So if I play that now, I want that text to come on. In fact, I'm going to do the Johnny Lobster thing first, because I always do this Johnny Lobster presents thing. So what I'm going to do, about there, as it fades into there, because that's the transition, that black box at the bottom of in the blue box, that's the transition. What I want to do is I want to add, I'm going to delete that Johnny Lobster text because I don't like the fonts, and then I'm going to push X on the plus because I'm adding now. I'm going to go to text and I'm going to pick better text. So there's loads to choose from. So I'm going to go, let's have a look. Nothing too, I'll stick to the ones at the top. And obviously you got the sizes already for you. You can change them yourself anyway. So if I go the middle one, I'll say Johnny Lobster presents like that. Then I'll have it going, I think I might have it all the way. No, I'll have it to there. I'll have it to 5 seconds. I'll be on the screen for. I'm gonna have it red, I think. Hang on, what's going on there? There we go. So I'll have it a nice red colour because it looks good to the background, and obviously because lobsters are red, I like to keep it with the theme. I can change that text so it's got a bit more of a black, you know, I can change it to that if I want, you know. Don't know. Oh, I love that one. Go on. An animation. Now you can put beginning, middle, and end in animation. So what I wanted to do is appear a certain way. So at the beginning, you can either fade it in. It'll do a little demo for you as well. Look, if you wait on the word, the different fade-ins or whatever. Fly in. I usually like the fly in. Johnny Lobster presents. There we go. I love that. And the ending, and I want it to fade out because you'll see why later. So once I've done that, now I want it to make it. I can move this about now. See? There we go. I can make it as big as I want. I can make it go like that kind of thing. So what I want to do now is make it, and you can also center it by pushing a square. If you notice at the bottom it says a line. So there we are. So that's going to be Johnny Lobster presents. So if I let me think, I think I'll do. So when you look at it now, it'll go Johnny Lobster presents. See? And if you notice, yeah, that'll do. Johnny Lobster presents. See, like that. So as that drops in to that point, stops, and maybe wait a second more, like that. I'm now going to add, in fact, let me get rid of that sticker a sec. Confirm, right? And see, now that little shape on the screen there, that is the shape of the transition. But there now, as it drops, the triangle drops, that's where it fades out. So you can also adjust that. So if I want to make that text duration longer or shorter, I can now make it shorter, longer, whatever. So if I only want to make it like that, you can. Watch out. Gone. See? But I want to make the transition a bit longer to about there, because I want it to disappear at the end, because I'll show you why later. So about there what it was. So now we'll do this. It'll disappear there. Right, so what I want to do, as that drops, as you can see the word going down and it drops there, about there, I'm going to add now by pushing plus. I'm adding something. So I'm going to add plus, I'm going to add text again. I'm going to have a different font this time. So I'm going to add the word Firewall Friday. Firewall Friday. There we go. Done. Duration 4 seconds. I'll check. You can change that. So I can transform, which means basically move it about like that. See? Firewall Friday. I'll have that. But I want to have color in that. So I'm gonna have it. I might even keep it white actually. But I'm gonna have it. The black doesn't show up very well. Oh, let's try that one. Let's see if we can change the color slightly. Can we do that? No, it's not gonna let me. Oh, look at that. That's nice. You can mix your own color, see? I don't know what this does. Oh, it's like makes it invisible almost. Right, I got it. Firewall Friday. Well, I'll keep that. That's quite nice. Let's have a look at the top bit. Oh, we got the purples. Just playing around with it. Oh, that's quite nice too. I'll keep that one. So this time, the animation now at the beginning, when that rolls in, that Firewall Friday word, I want it different to JohnnyLobster. So what's the pop in? Pop in. Random in. I don't like the random in this crap. Oh, that's quite good. Slide in. Oh, we'll have that, go on. And then we'll have it fading out at the end. Right? So, this time we'll start it from the beginning. Yeah, look at that. Fade out. But I want them to fade out at the same time. So, as that JohnnyLobster presents is fading out, I'm going to push square now on the Firewall Friday word. And I'm going to change the text duration down a little bit. So, where's Johnny? There we are, to there. But I may have to bring Firewall Friday in a bit quicker. Let's have a little look now again. So this time, oh, a little bit, actually Firewall Friday could maybe, sorry, JohnnyLobster Presents could stay on it maybe a tad more. About there, let's see if that works. No, it's not long enough. Oh, not that one. Right, if you want to change the layers, which is from JohnnyLobster to Firewall Friday, you go to order layer order, sorry. So then on the side, then you pick which one you want to go to. So I want to change the JohnnyLobster Presents. So I'm on JohnnyLobster Presents. If I push square now, text duration, I want that a little bit longer. Try it again. Nearly. Yeah. Oh, what? No, I'll change the layer. JohnnyLobster, then that. Text duration, a little bit more. So it's bang on. There we are, done. That's done. I may even move it across a bit more, see how it goes now. So I'm quite happy with that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to have my little JohnnyLobster flick out at the at about there, I think. Maybe there, halfway through the Firewall Friday, flicking across about there. I'm going to now add a sticker, which is my JohnnyLobster. So if I go over to here, I got the imported images, see here. There's my JohnnyLobster, but that's not the one I use. I use, oh, hang on a minute, no, wrong one. Stickers, and there he is. This is the one I use. So I can now put him there. I want to move him to about the center. Maybe I can align him as well. Make him a bit smaller. Just where this little tail is touching the bottom of the screen there. That's where. So I'll put it there, and again you can do sticker animation. It's the same thing as the words. So I'm gonna have him pop in, maybe like that. Pew. Like that. I can make him then do I can do a middle animation then, which is bounce, do that, pulse, spin, wave, worm, whatever. I think the pulse one's quite good. I'm feeling that one. Okay, end one. I'll fade him out. Right, so see how this works now together from the start. JohnnyLobster presents Firewall Friday, like that. See? But I want the sticker to maybe pop it there. I think. Let's try it again. Pretty good. They all faded together the right way. So I come out of this little box thing now. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Oh, I didn't date it. I usually like to date it as well. So if I do JohnnyLobster there, I'm going to add now more text. So I'm adding a third piece of text and a sticker now. So if I add a date, I'm going to make it small there. So I like to date it so I can keep track of my video when it was done. Of the 10th. 19. There we go. Then, okay, I'm going to move it by using that. I'm going to put it over there because it'll get in the way of the JohnnyLobster, the Firewall Friday part. Make it slightly bigger. I'm going to just animate it. Maybe just fade in that one. And then fade out. Let's see how that works now. Go back from the beginning. Nice. Right, now that 11th to the 10th, I'm gonna need to fade him out. About there, I think. So you guess it when the others sort of fade out. That's when you know it's about there. Try that. As long as it's close, it's alright. Oh, a bit longer. Like that. A little bit longer, a little bit longer. In fact, I want to move him down as well because he's wait a minute. Layer order. Move him down a little bit so he's center between the two words. It's a bit better. Okay, let's try him again. Oh, slightly longer, slightly longer. I don't get what. Oh, hang on a minute. I picked the wrong one, didn't I? Wait a minute. I picked the JohnnyLobster Presents. Right. I messed that up now, see? Yeah, I gotta go a second longer at JohnnyLobster. Right. You gotta remember to change the layers, otherwise you'll be picking the wrong one all the time, like I just did. So I'm gonna put it a bit longer, and then I gotta. That'll do. Now I want to pick 11th to the 10th. So I got to change the layer order. That's my mistake I did earlier. Try that. Right. Hopefully. That's close enough. That's close enough. So let's have a look at it again. JohnnyLobster Presents 11th to 10th, 19th, Firewall Friday. There we go. So. Now we'll put there, right? But what I like to do now, I like to put transition there. And the transitions are the things that fade in each scene into it, you know, that sort of, instead of having going one scene to another, you have a little bit of animation or a black fade in and fade out. They make it look a bit more nicer. So So I like to have, I think it's this one, is it? No, is it comic? No, it's not the comic, it's cinematic, sorry. There's a cinematic explosion. I always do these at the start of my video. There it is. So that one now, this is why I wanted them to fade out, because it might hit that at the right time. Yeah, like that. But I could do with having these words a little bit longer. So I wanted them to sort of hit the explosion to say it about the right time. So I'm going to edit these now. I'm going to start with that one and have it slightly longer just as it touches the transition there, like that. Hopefully it should be fine. So I got to do all these now again. Firewall Friday, I want to edit that transition. I want it to go there. Next one, sticker. Oh, transition, I want it to be about the same, and then the date as well. So you see where that end of that triangle is landing right on the transition there. So hopefully it should be okay. Let's have a look. Let's do this one here. Right. A little bit longer. They need to be a little bit longer. So I'm very fussy, you see. Right. So I'm gonna make them slightly longer. So I'm gonna make it to about there, because I think that's exactly where the transition starts, and that's what I want it. Let's go again. That one. Text. Let's put it about there, because the fire, the explosion, will actually cover the fade. So I'll show you what I mean now. Sticker. Duration of the sticker is about there, just in about the same place. Don't have to be perfect. And then the date then. I'll have it about there. And my friends wonder why I take so long with these videos. Now you can see why. So that now, hopefully, it'll be bang on. There we are, perfect. So what I do now, part of my video, I do a little bit of audio over the top of that. So this is where it'll get funny. So don't. This is when I do my little come on. So I'm gonna do a come on, and I can edit it and move it down later. So at the moment, I'm gonna push X. I'm gonna go to add a track 2. Basically, you can add audio or you can add video. It's up to you. So if I record now, if I go into this mode, well, it splits up the screen. So in the bottom left, you'll see the X next to a red dot. That is a record button. So when I push that now, it asks me, do I want video or do I want audio? Well, at the moment, I only want audio. So I'm going to push that, and in less than 3 seconds, I can do my thing. Come on! That's it. So what I'm going to do now, come out of there. Oh, hang on a minute. Let me edit the track a sec. Let me go into it now. Come on! Like that. That little come on. Come on! That little come on, I'm going to edit it down. I'm going to trim it. So I'm going to get, this is guessing now. I'm going to take about that much off, which is probably about half a second. Come on! See, it's not quite, I want the come on to just start right at the beginning of the little yellow block there. So I'll trim it again. A little bit of a guesswork. You can easily put it back, so. Whoops. Come on! A little bit more, trim. Just guessing. Come on! A little bit more. Come on! Yeah, not bad, but a tiny bit more now. Come on! There we are. I can even... Come on! I can even trim the back now as well. So I'm going to trim this back by using the right stick. So about there. It's only about 1 second long, as you can see. It says 0.1 now on the block on the right, the one with the microphone on. So yeah, I can move this around. So I'm going to move it to about there. Oh, that's it. Huh? It won't let me move it anymore. Let's see what happens when I do that. Come on! I'm happy with that, but I'm going to make it slightly, a little bit bigger. Come on! There we are. Oh, just caught off the arm. So I'm going to move it over a little bit. Come on! Now, I'm happy with that. That's good. So I'm going to move this little yellow audio bit that I just recorded now by pushing square. And then go to move. So I can move it about. Look, there. So what I want to do is put it right on the end as the explosion's going off. There's the explosion, look. Bang. I'm going to put it there. And then I'm going to, may have to move it about later, but I'm going to see how it goes now. So let's have a look. Come on! Like that. So there we are. That'll work. So here we go. I'm going to put it full screen now just to show you what the intro's like. This is the beginning. Just the beginning before it goes into the first scene that I've added. So here we go. This is the first part. There we are. Come on! And that's it. That is it. And then it goes into the video then. So I'm happy with that intro, even though it's taken me probably 20 minutes. You know, just to do that little bit. But it looks good. It looks good for me anyway. There we are. So I come out of that now. Now what I'm doing now with all these videos, I've got to go through them all slowly. So I know there's a bit now by here, a bit of action. So I'm going to skip it all. Most of this I remember because I was playing. I remember the scenes and how I was playing it. So I sort of remember what's going to happen. So there we are, we've been attacked there. So if I go back to this now, this is what I go back and forth all the time. Right, so what I do now, once I cut the first part of the scene, there's a lot of grenades going off.
Back up. Watch your. Look at my hand. Stuck like a fucking reach. What the fuck? I had to control it all.
So I'll skip to this now. Skip this. Right, a bit of action there. So everybody's been shot at. So keep going now. Right, I'm still slowly skipping. We're using the right stick.
Completely around.
Right.
Go towards the fucking laptop.
Right, I'll have a look by here now. See what's happening. It's a little bit long, this part. So what I'll do now, I'll go back.
They're going the other way, Johnny.
Right.
Oh, my controller glitched all else. I don't count. Oh, they're still right there, Johnny.
So I'm gonna rewind it a bit more. Right. That's where some other players died.
Oh, my controller glitched all else.
So just as that guy dies, I'm gonna stop it there. I want just before.
I'm back. Oh, my controller glitched.
Right, I'm gonna just back up a tiny bit.
Oh, my controller.
Just as
I'm back.
right by there, I'm gonna now.
Oh, my controller glitched all else. I don't count. Oh, they're still right there, Johnny.
Nothing's
They're going
happening.
the other way, Johnny.
Right, once I go to by here,
Completely around.
I'm gonna now snip it. Oh, hang on, let me come out of that. I'm gonna press square because I'm taking something away. I'm editing now, so I'm gonna split the clip. So I've gone into split mode now. If you look at the bottom left there, it's got a little split thing and a dustbin. So I'm going to split that clip and then ask if you want to confirm. Yes, there we are. I split the clip now there. Okay, so all this now, I'm going to go up to a certain point, probably here. Right, let me rewind it.
Here we go. Go.
So what I said, here we go.
Here we go. Go.
About there. I'm now gonna either split it or I'm gonna do a trim. Now I'd rather do a trim because it saves me on splits. So I come out of the split mode by pushing X. I'm now gonna go into, if you notice the screen, I gotta try and find that bit of footage now when I do the trim mode. So if I go into square, go over to trim. Now I'm going to move this along now till I get to that bit I was looking for. Slowly now, slowly. It's about by here, I think. So if I go there, I've now gone from the last scene, which I split,
Completely around.
into that one, right? Just as I said, here we go, right?
Completely around. Here we go.
But I'm going to add maybe a second more footage, half a second more footage. So I'm going to go into trim mode again, but I'm going to use the fine trims. So I want to take him back. He's got the time there, 3 minutes 42, look. So I'm going to go take it back to up there. That'll do. And just have a look at it again.
Here we go.
I'm happy with that because I did that extra footage because when you do the transitions, it might overlap what people are saying or what bit of footage you want. So you're better off leaving maybe half a second more just for the transition. So what I'll do now, I'll add a transition between the two because at the moment it looks crap. It jumps. But if you add a transition there, I want a dissolve. So you can look at these now and go from that to that, or from black to white or whatever it is. Fade to color. Fade through color, what's that? Let's try that one. You can easily take it away. Like, so if you look at this now, watch this. Might look much better.
Here we go.
I didn't like that one, so I'm gonna go onto the transition. You've got to actually go on it there. I thought you didn't have to, but edit transition there. So I'm going to replace transition with the first one, a crossfade. Just have a look at that. There we are, that's better. I prefer that. I prefer that. Right. I did well, but then as I got through the door then, somebody was waiting for me.
You think he got an ace? Yeah, I think he did.
Well, it said transfer complete. That's,
yeah, I think he did.
if you notice, I keep rewinding it, see, just to get the right ending. I want to get the right scene now, so I'm rewinding it slightly and watching it again. I'm sometimes watching 10 times, you know, just to get the right. I listen to it a bit more just in case there's something I want to leave in there.
Well. He's getting aces all the time, no, Cam, if he did. I think he got 3. That's start.
Right, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do now, I've got to split it because there's no way I can, you know, if you trim it, you got to use all the footage. You got to go from the end all the way up. So I'm gonna use one. Sorry, I got to push square. I'm going to split the clip. So there we are. I'm in split mode now. So I went from square, split to there. Confirm the split. So that's the scene. That's the first match we had. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go all the way back. You can use the L2 R2 if you want to. So at the beginning now. So now we've got this now. Come on! There. Into the first match. So here they come.
Oh shit.
Right, what I'm going to do now is every grenade I'm going to add a shake. So this is where it gets a bit now where I just threw a grenade there.
Oh shit.
Hear the beeping? Hear the beeping? Where the beeping? So it's about there. I can move them later. So I'm gonna come out of split mode now. I'm gonna add a overlay. Yeah, overlay. But this time you go to camera effects. There's the quake there. There's different effects, but that for me it's a good one. I sometimes use this one, the focus, which is quite good. You'll see that later on. I might use it later on, it all depends. But the quake is good. So what I'm going to do now is add the quake. Leave it there. You don't have to position it. That's fine. So that little blue box comes up now, so you can mess around with the scene now. See the shake? But I wanna move that slightly. Camera duration, see it? There. I move it up slightly, just a tiny fraction of a second, because I'm fussy. So when you watch the scene back now, when I threw that grenade, see how it shaked? So I've got to add another one there now. So I'm gonna trim this one down a little bit, as small as it can go, because another grenade was thrown. See the beeping? You gotta wait for the beeper. So I'm gonna about there. I'm gonna add another quake. Make it as small as possible. Alright, so I got two quakes there, two blue boxes. Look, 1, 2. So if you watch the footage now, shake, shake. That one needs to move slightly forward a little bit. So I'm gonna move it maybe that much. That's it. That was an 1/8 of a second probably. So we look at it again. Bang. Bang. Yeah, another one. Oh, there's loads of grenades there. So if I listen to it again. There's one there, the big explosion. So if I take it back one, I can add another quake there. Make it small as possible, because there's so many. You can make them longer if you want, and they shake for longer, but... Oh. Yeah, that one was see, a little bit too late that one was, so I'm going to move it forward a little bit. Up there. There was an explosion then, there was one there. And add another one just after that blue last explosion, the blue box. I can add one up there too. Make it as small as possible. It's very effective, this is. I'll show you the full screen in a minute. Wait, let's go back now and watch the lot. Bang. Bang. Like that. That one needs to move quite a lot. There, let's try it again. A little bit more forward. See, there we are. So it's 3. There's another one right there as well, so I'm gonna add another one there. I know it takes a while, but it looks really good once it's done. Especially when you're watching it on full screen on the TV, it looks good. It does take a while, mate, I gotta be honest. Now that one, do you notice then that one was way out of sync, look. See, shook before, so you gotta move it. I gotta move it a little bit more. Maybe to there, and that's it. Yeah. Another one there, just before the 38 seconds. Chuck him in there. Try out. A little bit late. Try it again. A little bit, a tiny bit more. There we are. Another one there. Let's put another one but there. There's a lot of grenade throwing on this one at the moment. Oh, it's a quick one, and do you see that? Alright, so if I make that one. Right, I've got to do another explosion now, straight after that one. Let me make it smaller. There we are. Let's try that one then. Or if it's too close, you can actually, I'll delete that one in a minute. I'll just make that one longer, and it covers the 2 explosions then, like that. So a little look. Like that, see?
Go, back up. Watch it.
So we look at the full screen now. So just as we go into this part here, where the grenades start being thrown, about by there, I'll go full screen, and I'll show you. Here we go. It's very effective. There's my grenade. See the screen shake? It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's it. That's how to add the shakes to the screen. It's really good. So, I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to go to the next bit here. Hang on, what was that something again? It's the grenade set. Okay, as we're walking downstairs. There we go. There's another grenade then. Right there, I'm going to add another one there. Add overlay. Make it as small as possible. Try that. Tiny bit that way. A little bit of minute second out. Yeah, that'll do. Look at that one. That was good. There we are. Right, let's keep going. I'm gonna skip this now. Alright, I'm gonna wait here. This is where they start getting killed. So if I go like that now, I'm gonna out there. I'm gonna show you another effect now. So I'm gonna add another camera. It may not work. I'm just gonna have a look if it does work. It may not work. So it's like a zoom in sort of. I think it's that one. A zoom in effect. So I'm gonna make this one about 3 seconds. I think about 2 seconds. 3 seconds will do it. I'll adjust it if it's no good. Right. So this zooms down. Like that. It didn't quite work, that one. Didn't quite work. Maybe I should have brought it back slightly. Yeah, I should have started it about there. Maybe not quite as long. Right, like that. So let's try that one. So it zooms in and out. I don't like that. I don't know. It wasn't good enough, that one. So I'll delete that. I didn't quite like that, but that's how you do it anyway. So if we move along now, because I've already been through this, I'm just seeing if I can add any more. Behind you, What? Let's have a look. Yeah, that's that scene. There we are. So that was the one scene there. So if I come out of that now, I'm going into the next scene when it fades into the other one. See? Like that. Fade. Nice.
Here we go. Go, Johnny!
Sometimes when I do a scene, I sometimes use what people are talking about too. So if somebody starts saying something, it sounds a bit terrible if you cut them off. So you're better off letting them finish a sentence or start the sentence before you go, before you cut it off. Like, same with the music and all that kind of thing. Right. That wasn't a grenade, by the way. That was a smoke grenade and doesn't quite make the same explosion.
You think you got an ace? Yeah, I think.
So there.
Well. All the time.
I'm happy with that.
That's start. Could be.
So as I go into the lobby now, we'll be giving each other a load of shit. So I'll have a listen to what they got to say.
Kim, why are you shooting at me? My fucking controller died. I'm just standing there like a you stuck there, base? Yeah, I was just fucking my controller had died, so I was trying to turn back on and off and Ken shoot me. That's cute.
So I listened, because we have a bit of a laugh in the lobbies, I try to listen for any funny stuff that we're saying and all that. So as I skip, I listen for laughs. And then I'll rewind then to see what they said. What do you say then? Yeah, somebody laughs. Right, at the moment. So I'm skipping this now. So what I do now, I'll skip all the way to where the action starts.
Yo, boys.
So even though we're yapping and all that, I'll take it to where the action starts. Oh, right there, see? So what I'll do now, I'll go back a little bit, I'll watch it again.
Oh.
As I'm looking at, right, as I said contact just before that, now I'm gonna, maybe just after I get the crypto maybe. So what I'm gonna do now, I'll go into trim, so I save myself on a split. I go skip now all the way to where we were, past the yapping, all the way to that bit, and there's the crypto bit. I might even put the bit where I said crypto. So I go back to the scene now. So I'm going from this into the new scene.
Oh.
Right, what I said, oh, I'll change that to crypto. So if I go back into it, trim, I'll fine tune. If you hold it down, it goes a bit faster. So if I go from there, watch it again.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm happy to that. I'm happy about that because I'm happy with that bit because I can add a transition now. Once I'm happy with the first bit of the editing, I mean, I'll add a transition. So I'm going to do a comic one, I think. If you look now, you got all these little comic ones, see? Like that. You can look at them all by pressing R2. Fold down page, that's quite good. I think I'll go with the top one. Yeah, like that. So this time now, so I go from this.
I think you got 3. That's start. Could be. Oh.
Like that. See? So I'm quite happy with that.
Could be. Oh.
So there's the scene. I'm happy with that. So now it's going to go into the action.
Contact over there.
Yeah. Now I can skip this because I know there's action. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Watch it again. Right. Keep it going because there's still a little bit more stuff going on. Anyway, I got shot. Oh, he came up behind us. Look at that.
Who the fuck? Quick, that was. God damn.
So sometimes depending on the game.
What the fuck?
So I'm gonna end on now. What one of them just said? What the fuck? Or that oh fuck bit. I'm gonna end on that. Right, I'm gonna forget about what he said. Let's go back to art.
What the fuck?
There. So what I'm gonna do now is press X. Sorry, square. Split. I've got to split the clip this time. So I'm happy with that. And now I'm going to go into further on into the lobby.
Quick. Fuck off, quick.
Yeah, we just said we'll just send one guy up. That's all. Okay.
So I'm going to add a bit of that. So what I do now, I want to delete this bit of footage from there to about here. I'm going to trim down. So I'll trim that now. Oh, it was only a little bit, so I got to be careful there now. Right, try that. So if I go back to the scene now, it's where the beginning of the scene is here.
Fuck off, quick.
Yeah.
I'll have that. That's okay. So, but I'm gonna add the transition there. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have a foldy page one there. I like that.
Yeah, we just said we'll just send one guy up.
So I'm happy with that.
Fucking cat stickers.
Right.
You cocksucker motherfucker! Shut me, man, say that. Shut me, man, say the ship.
So I'm gonna go part.
Fucking cat stickers.
Give me a fucking key, you cocksucker motherfucker!
I find that funny. So what do you over there? I'm gonna stop it there. I'm gonna trim it. I'm gonna trim. Sorry, split it there. So I'm happy with that. Now I'm gonna.
think I shot you first.
I can leave that in if I want to, mate. I can redo it and.
Down on the left. Johnny. You're
Named Johnny.
These Kenyans are my attack lads.
I was the big gay colorful character.
That's the
not ready. Sorry.
So I'm gonna skip now all the way to the first bit of action.
Camera by.
Just keep going until they start shooting. That's what that's how I usually do it. So. Yeah, look at that. I've only done 5 minutes of footage. Or is it 5 minutes from? No, I've only done 5 minutes of footage, and I probably got about. Hang on, let me take that back. I probably got about at least 3 hours to do. But you know, it takes a while, but I do enjoy doing it. I gotta be honest. So I'm gonna edit this last match. Hang on, there we go. I'm gonna go back a little bit because I gotta listen to what they say too. Yeah.
Whatever the fuck it is. Only one, right?
There's a bit now where somebody passes the outside of the room, so I'm gonna start. I'm gonna split it up over there. Right. Let's have a look.
Sounds like a porn film. Oh, there's one this side. There's one this side.
Hang on. What did he say? This.
Sounds like a porn film.
Right, that was I found amusing, so I'm gonna rewind it. What he says: 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Right, from there, I know now where the scene there, where there's 2 guys over there, like that, in the blue outline. That is where he says that bit of 2 in the back, 2 in the front. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go into square, trim. I'm going to try and find that scene now by doing this. Once I get that, I think it's about there actually. So if I go back now, let's have a look.
Ghost, yeah. How many?
It's a bit further there.
Keep an eye on him.
So it was a bit further on. Right, so I'm gonna maybe trim. I think I'm gonna trim a little bit more as I walk down a bit further there. I think it was about there, so go back. There it is, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, see? But I want a second back a second more. A second or 2 more. So if I go back, see if that works. I like that. So what I do now, I'll add a transition. So I go from this to that. But I want a transition, so he's having a laugh, having a shower this time. So I think I'm gonna have a folding down page. So we go from this there.
Sounds like a porn film. Oh, there's one this side. There's one this side.
Yeah. So I'm gonna skip this now a little bit more. There we are. That bit there now. I popped out and shot him. See, before he knew I was there.
Yeah, got it. See? So
there we are. There's that. Keep it going. There's still a bit of action there. I wish I jumped out of the room now and shot him, but I missed him.
Small.
Right, I think there might be a grenade by here, which I'm gonna add a sound effect to. A quake. There's the quake. Right, so I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna add there a quake. That's called a quake when it shakes. So see how it works. A little bit further on. Like there. Try that. Yeah, lovely. Another one there. Right there. Another one right there. Make it smaller. Gotta go further back. Like that.
Here they come.
Ah.
Damn it!
Was that a
Oh, prick!
a concussion mine hour, so I want.
Yeah.
So what I said, Ranger. There's no more, but that's just them winning the round. So I'm gonna take it back to what I said, Ranger. Yeah, about there. About there'll do. I'm gonna now split square, split clip. There. So let me go back, see what happens in the lobby now. Keep slowly.
Did they have?
We'll go do one more. Fuck you, small.
Me who popped out the door. Yeah, I just took one down, I seen you.
So I don't want to split too many times because I still got a lot to do. So I'm gonna leave it now because it's getting late. So I'm just gonna save my video now, and I'm gonna carry on another night. So thank you for watching, and I hope this has helped you out a little bit. So we'll have one more look at what it looks like in full screen, and then that's it then. So I come out of that full screen, and this is what some of the video will look like. Come on!
Firewall access point locations are live. Multiple hostiles on the move. No mucking. Hostiles have decrypted the firewall. The laptop location is compromised. Protected at all costs.
Oh shit! Fuck up!
Fuck.
Like, go! Back up! Watch your.
Look at my hand. It's stuck like a fucking reach. What the fuck? I had to turn my controller off.
Watch that way, boys.
Oh, that's so cheap, man. Behind you is the best. Never mind. Fuck Ken. I'm back. Oh, my controller glitched all else, so I don't count. Oh, they're still right there, Johnny. They're going the other way, Johnny. Completely around.
Here we go.
Go, Johnny! Yes, Johnny!
Oh, you prick! I can't read the goal.
Yeah.
You fucker. you think he got an ace?
Yeah, I think he did.
Well. He's getting aces all the time, no, Ken, if he did. I think he got 3.
That's stock.
Could be. Oh. Oh, contact. Contact over there. Correct.
I'm locating the firewall access point. Stand by.
Alright, double down, double down. Oh, come on.
Oh, behind us.
Who the fuck? Quick, I was.
God damn.
Friendly down. 2 remaining.
Oh, they came behind us, man.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was fucking shit, wasn't it? What the fuck?
And then that is about it. That's basically
Yeah,
that's basically what I do.
Same one
So
guy, that's all.
if it's if it's helped you in any way, I'm glad. So any questions, just leave comments below, and you know, I'll see if I can help you out somehow. But thank you for watching, and yeah, I'm about to save my video, save my project. There we go, and now I can turn it off. Thank you for watching, and good night.